Hello! I thought I would just show you a really simple, easy way to really maximize your use out of the matte palette and your mystery shade of waterproof eyeliner pencils. So if you have watched my first video, you will have heard that this is this month's thank you gift. It is the gorgeous matte palette, and you also get an eyeliner included, which will just be a mystery shade. You can't choose the color, but they are all so fantastic. Today I'm going to use the bronze. Now, as you can see, I have done half my face just to make it a little bit quicker. So I thought I would go in now and show you exactly how I created this simple look. Okay, so we're going to start off with a little bit of concealer. This is going to go in under here and just on top of my eyelid there. Now, I have already started by just popping my primer of choice, my base, my Instant Radiance Beauty Balm on beforehand to give it a little bit of time to set in. Then taking the new Nutrimetics flat buffer brush. I love this brush. We're just going to blend it into that same sort of area, just to help to take away any darkness under the eye and to give our eye makeup a really soft, easy base to then work upon. So then taking our palette, and we're going to use our eye blend brush, which is this one here. We're going to start with number 1. Now, the purpose of me using this color here now is for one purpose only, and that is to set the concealer on my eyelid. Hence the reason I'm covering the whole surface. It will then prevent anything I pop on top of it from creasing and smudging and all those awful things we try to prevent, okay? And then I'm going to come in with this one here, which is my eye smudger brush. So as you can see, it's quite short and dense. And we're going to come in with number 5. Don't be afraid to give it a little tap off there, because less is more. Now, I have slightly hooded eyes, so when I apply my eye makeup, I look straight ahead and I create a crease slightly higher than my natural crease. Just like that. Taking a little bit more of that same color, we're then going to come in and pop it just along the bottom, just like that. So that's what we have. Then coming back to that eye blend brush, we're going to blend this top crease in towards the tear duct just to soften it, and we're going to then do the same with our outer corner so that we're not left with that dark, stark line as such, but with that soft, subtle contour. Just applying a little bit more, just to add a little bit more depth there. Okay. Fabulous. Now we're going to come in with our eye colour brush. And to match my colour of choice with my shirt today, we're going to come in with number 4 because it's a slightly terracotta colour. Give it a little tap off. And we're then just going to apply this into this area here, match that eye crease there. Okay, now I have gone slightly higher on the inside corner on this eye as opposed to the other one, so I just go back in with that number 1 and we just use that to just turn it down. Very simple. That becomes your eraser with that initial colour that you used, and it just helps to buff it out if it's too dark or too high or in the wrong spot, anything like that. Okay, now, so super simple. Using 3 colours, we've created a really easy eye look there. I might just apply a little bit more of that number 5, just because it's not quite as dark as the other eye. And that's the beauty of this palette, is it's so easy to build. It's very blendable. That's better. Okay, now we're going to take our eyeliner. Now, anybody who knows me knows that eyeliner is a product that I struggle with, but these ones do make it a little bit easier. I have a really crooked hand and a really crooked eye and a really unsteady hand, and so eyeliner and I generally aren't the best of friends. But, oh, there goes the lid. These are really, really easy. You need such a soft touch to make the pigment transfer. It does have a blender on the other end, as you can see, which I have made good use of, and it is waterproof. So the idea is, if you're like me and you're not really good at it, just do it in small strokes. Don't try and do it in one swift motion, because it's going to be a little bit tricky. Now, as I mentioned before, I love the smudger on this because when it's not exactly how I want it, we just simply smudge it out, smoke it a little bit, soften the edges so that it doesn't look quite so bumpy. Just going to pop a little bit there. And then you can go ahead, if you wanted to, and do your waterline as well, just by simply going in. And if you look down as you do it, that is a little bit easier. Oh. Now, if you do get a little bit there, just come in with a cotton tip, or in this case, my little doe foot applicator, and just take it off. Good as new. So that is the thank you gift. Now, just to complete this look for you, I'm going to use our oil-free perfecting foundation. Mine is in the colour nude. I'm going to pop it on the back of my hand there. And using the buffer brush, now the reason I pop my eye makeup on before I do my foundation is simply because if I go out of the lines, if I have any fall down from the product, the cleanup is a lot easier because you don't have to try to mop it up on top of your foundation. It becomes very, very easy. Okay. Fabulous. Now we're just going to come in with one of my favorites, which is our mineral powder. Mine is in the color Maple. Just adds a little bit more coverage, sets it for me, and it also takes away the shine, which I don't love so much. Being oily skinned, I tend to go for that flat matte finish if I can. Now we're just going to come in and finish with the brows. Just give them a little brush through first to remove any product that may be in there. And I'm just going to work on defining what I've got. Just roll that up a little bit more. And then because it's a waterproof pencil, it can slip them down a little bit. So I just like to then just to brush through again, just to lift it up. Okay, going to come in with some mascara. Now my mascara today is a bit of a combo. It is my two favorites, which is our Intense Lash Mascara and our Extreme Volume Mascara. And this is what I do. So if you've ever been to any of my masterclasses, you will have heard me say that mascara starts at like 3 layers. Whether it's layers of the same formula or not, doesn't matter. But you've got to work it. And you get the rewards for it. Now, hot tip for you, if you ever get wet mascara on you in a place where it's not meant to be, don't be tempted to try to fix it while it's still wet. Leave it there and then get a cotton tip or even sometimes your fingernail, and it'll just flick off at the end once it's dry. Dry mascara will not smudge. Wet mascara is like tar and will go everywhere. Okay. Alrighty, and then we're just going to come in with the Extreme Volume just to finish it off. And that there is why you wear mascara. What a difference it makes. Just going to finish off with a little bit of colour on my cheek, because as you can see, this here has a little bit of lift and it creates a little bit of shape as well, which I do love. This is our NC Brush and Highlight palette. If you haven't seen it, you really need to check it out. It has 2 matte and 2 shimmer products on the inside there. There's blush, highlighter and bronzer. Taking your cheek brush, we're going to use a little bit of the blush. And I'm going to pop it here. And we're going to just blend it in an upwards motion up there. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this highlighter here as well, the more bronzier one of the two, and just combine it in there. And by draping it in that upward motion as well, then you can once again create that little bit of lift. Just match those two sides up. Perfect. And then my lip product of choice today is just the lip oil in Ruby. It does also come in the original, or it's like a nude color. It just gives a clear shine. This gives just a tiny tint without the stickiness. It's going to deeply nourish and hydrate my lips at the same time. And it is perfect. So there you have it. You've got your bronze eyeliner and the matte palette all done.